I used to think acceptance meant giving up. That if I accepted my messy reality as a working mom, I was settling for less. But here is what I discovered. Acceptance isn't giving up. It's the secret to real transformation. Most working moms are stuck in a constant battle with reality. We're fighting the fact that we can't be in two places at once. Fighting the guilt, fighting the exhaustion, fighting the impossible standards we've inherited from a system that wasn't designed for us. But here is the thing. When you're fighting reality, you're using all your energy on the wrong battle. You're so busy resisting what is that you can't see what is possible. Real transformation begins with acceptance, not the kind that makes you passive, but the kind that makes you powerful. Acceptance means looking at your life with open eyes, no distortion, no denial, no sugarcoating. It's acknowledging your reality without trying to embellish anything or making it sound better than it is. Acceptance is having the courage to face with extreme focus and attention exactly where you are in your life and what's surrounding you without making any judgment about any of it. This includes your struggles and emotions. Instead of labeling them as I'm being a terrible mother or I'm failing, you simply observe. I'm feeling stretched thin right now. I'm experiencing frustration about work deadlines. I'm noticing guilt about screen time. You're not judging these feelings. You're just acknowledging they're part of your current landscape. You become your own objective observer. So think of it like decluttering your home. If you want to declutter successfully, the first critical step is to edit everything you have without any judgment of the things you own. You have to see what's actually there. Without this honest editing, you'll set yourself up for failure and create an environment where you're surrounded by junk and stuff that doesn't bring you joy. So acceptance is like that first step in editing your life. You need to face what you have and what you don't have, what you're feeling and what you're struggling with, and look at all of it without criticism. Only when you do this without judgment or labeling your situation can you move to the next step with total clarity, knowing firmly what needs to be done next. Now, here is a deeper truth. At any given moment, you have exactly what you need to take the next best step towards your greatness and the life you want beyond your expectations. Your current resources, your skills, your connections or lack of connections, your experience, even your challenges, your strengths, and your flaws, they're all part of your toolkit for moving forward. So when you stop fighting this truth, something magical happens. You free up all that energy you were wasting on resistance and redirect it toward creating solutions that actually work for your life. So let me show you what acceptance actually looks like in real life with these two examples. Let's say you're feeling overwhelmed. So instead of telling yourself, I'm failing at everything, I can't handle this, other moms seem to have it together, what's wrong with me? Acceptance sounds like this. I have 3 deadlines this week, my son has a fever, I'm feeling pulled in different directions, my concentration is scattered, and I'm experiencing overwhelm. This is my current reality. You're not fixing it yet. You're just seeing it clearly. Another example, if you're feeling emotional. So instead of telling yourself, I shouldn't feel this way. Good mothers don't get this frustrated. I'm being selfish. I'm a terrible mom. Acceptance sounds like this. I'm noticing anger rising because my daughter won't listen. I'm feeling frustrated about repeating myself. I'm experiencing guilt about raising my voice. These emotions are present right now. So here is what changes when you practice this kind of acceptance. your brain stops wasting energy on self-criticism and starts focusing on solutions. When you clearly see that I'm feeling overwhelmed and I have 3 deadlines, you can now ask, what's the most important thing right now? What can wait? Who can help? So acceptance doesn't mean you stay stuck. It means you start from truth instead of starting from judgment. And truth is always a better foundation for change than criticism. Also, when we fight and get mad at life for not having what we think we need, we overlook the value of what we have. Because what we have right now, our strength, our resources, our support system, or lack of it, even our struggles, these are the tools for our freedom, our growth, and our way through the challenges we're facing. Most importantly, accepting that the traditional model of motherhood and the traditional model of career success weren't designed for someone doing both. So you get to create your own model. Here's what happens when you embrace acceptance. Instead of fighting your reality, you start designing around it. Instead of feeling guilty about your limitations, you start making empowered choices within them. You start trying to fit into a system that doesn't fit you, and you start creating a system that does. You realize that your version of success doesn't have to look like anyone else's. Your version of motherhood doesn't have to look like anyone else's. Your version of career fulfillment doesn't have to look like anyone else's. Acceptance gives you permission to be uniquely you. Not the mother you think you should be, not the employee you think you should be, but the person you actually are. So here is your challenge. For the next week, every time you catch yourself fighting your reality, fighting the guilt, fighting the emotion, the exhaustion, the impossible balance, pause and ask, what if I accepted this? What do I have right now that could be the key to my next best step? Acceptance works hand in hand with letting go, which I'll talk about in the next video I'll be making. So because once you stop fighting reality, you can finally start reshaping it. What would you create if you stopped fighting who you are and started building from who you are? Let me know in the comments, what aspect of your working mom reality have you been fighting the most? Your honesty helps other moms feel less alone. And don't forget to like if this resonated with you and subscribe for more working mom truth to help you design the life that you aspire for.